Hello everyone, welcome back to BNS video series. In this video, we will discuss about Chapter 7 of BNS, which deals with offences against the state. These are not ordinary crimes, these are offences which directly affect the sovereignty, unity, integrity, and security of India. In this Chapter 7, the law does not wait for actual damage. Even planning, preparation, or concealment can be punishable. Many offences here carry life imprisonment or even death penalties. In this video, we will understand the sections 147 to 158 one by one with punishment and some simple examples so that the concept becomes absolutely clear. Section 147, it mainly deals with waging war against the government of India. Here, the word war does not mean a formal war like between two countries, that may be India versus Pakistan or India versus Bangladesh or India versus China. It is not a war. The word, if a group uses armed force or army force to challenge the authority of the government, that itself is considered as a war. Even attempting to wage war or helping others wage war comes under this section. So remember, it is not necessary that the government must fall. The intention and armed action are enough. Example, suppose an armed group attacks government forces with the aim of overthrowing the government. Even if they fail, the attack itself is an offense under the section 147. It is complete. Because of this attack or this offense strikes at the root of the state, the punishment is extremely severe, death or life imprisonment. Now comes to section 148, conspiracy to wage war, which deals with conspiracy to wage war. This section is very important often. Here, the law says something very clearly. No actual act is required. Remember this point, no actual act is required. If two or more persons secretly plan or agree to wage war against the government, the offense is complete. So even if no weapons are used, even if no attacks takes place, the conspiracy itself is punishable. So that discussion between two or more persons secretly or the plan between them itself is a punishable. Example, a group meets secretly and plans an armed rebellion against India. Section 148 applies. Punishment can be life imprisonment or up to 10 years because conspiracy itself threatens national security. Section 149 goes one step ahead of 148. The 149 mainly deals with preparation to wage war. As we discussed previously, the section 148 is plan or conspiracy, but section 149 is one step ahead of that and it deals with preparation to wage war. This includes collecting men, arms, ammunition, or resources with the intention of waging war against the government. Here again, actual war is not necessary. Preparation itself is a crime. Example, if someone stockpiles weapons or recruit people for attacking government installations, this section applies. So if anyone stores any weapons or recruit people for attack the government, right, this section applies. Punishment for this section is life imprisonment or up to 10 years because preparation shows a clear danger to the state. Section 150 punishes those who conceal information about a plan to wage war. If a person knows about such a plan and intentionally hides it, and that concealment helps or is likely to help the war, then this section applies. Suppose two persons were discussing and the third person is know about the plan but intentionally the third person is hiding it. This concealment helps, or is the discussion or the plan whatever the first two persons was having that helps the war, and this third person also is indirectly is helping that for them to go with the war or damage to the government, then this section 150 applies. So silence of the third person can also be a crime here. Example, if someone knows about an upcoming armed rebellion and deliberately hides this information from authorities, this section is applies. Punishment for this 150 section can extend to 10 years imprisonment because concealment indirectly helps the enemy. Now let's look at section 151. Section 151 protects the constitutional head of the country, the presidents and the governors or the governor. In if anyone uses criminal force or assault or even threat of force to compel the president or governor to act or not act in a particular manner, this section 151 is attracted. Even attempting to do so is enough. Example, if force is used to pressure a governor to approve or block a decision that was made, this section 151 applies. Or pressuring governor to take some action on something, this section again applies. So punishment for this section is up to 7 years imprisonment because such act attacks constitutional governance. Now let's look at section 152. Section 152 replaces the old idea of sedition. It deals with acts that encourages secession, armed rebellion or subversive activities. But there is an important clarification here. Lawful criticism of government is allowed. Only those acts with endanger the sovereignty, unity or integrity of India is punishable. Example for this, right? Spreading armed separatist propaganda or encouraging violent rebellion falls under this section. Punishment for this can be life imprisonment or up to 7 years depending on the gravity. Section 153 deals with war against a foreign state that is at peace with India. If any wages war or attempts to wage war against such a foreign country, India's international peace and relations are affected. Example, if a private armed group from India attacks a friendly neighboring country, Section 153 applies. Punishment can range from fine to life imprisonment depending on the seriousness. Section 154 Depredation on foreign territory deals with depredation, which means looting or destruction on the territory of a foreign state at peace with India. Even preparation for such act itself is a punishable under this section. Example, planning or carrying out a cross-border looting operation attracts section 154. The punishment can extend to 7 years imprisonment along with forfeiture of property. Let's look at section 155. This 155 section targets those who receive property knowing that it was obtained through such war or depredation offences. The keyword here is knowledge. It targets the persons who ever knowingly receive the property that was obtained through the war or depredation. Example, if someone knowingly buys a weapon looted during a foreign raid, here section 155 applies. The punishment for this 155 section is up to 7 years imprisonment plus forfeiture of property. The section 156 applies specifically to public servants. If any public servant voluntarily allows a state prisoner or prisoner of war to escape, this section applied. Example, if any convicted person wants to escape or terrorist wants to escape and jail officer deliberately helping the terrorist to escape, right, then the section 156 applies. Punishment can be life imprisonment or up to 10 years because it is a serious breach of trust by the jail officer or whoever helps to escape terrorist from the prisons. Section 157, it is kind similar to the section 156, but the difference is negligence. Here, section 157, there is no intention. The escape happens due to the carelessness of the jail officer or jail superintendents, whoever is. Example, a prisoner escapes because of poor supervision or lacks security. If there is no security or there is no proper security, however, a prisoner escapes without, if there is a careless with the supervision, then this section 157 applies. Punishment is lighter for this and it is up to 3 years imprisonment because intention is missing, because they don't have an intention to help escape the prisoners. Section 158, and this is the last section in this chapter 7, and it deals with anyone who helps a state prisoner escape. This include risking, hiding, harboring or resisting recapture. Even violating parole conditions can attract this section. Example, helping an escaped state prisoner hide from police comes under this section. Punishment can be imprisonment or up to 10 years because it obstructs justice. To conclude this session or this video, these were the sections of 147 to 158 of Chapter 7. This chapter clearly shows how seriously the law treats offences against the state. Here, even planning or preparation can lead to severe punishment. If you found this explanation helpful, do like, share, and subscribe. We will continue with more important legal provisions in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.